Ran,
All right, let's get it. I'm gonna keep it
where are we starting at?
simple. So we are gonna start with one of my favorite Marvel heroes, if not top two, Black Panther. My guy, Mr. Lee.
Yeah.
I'm sure y'all all follow him.
Oh,
Uh, this man inspires the hell out of me. Like out of every photographer that I follow, he is one of the first photographers I've been following since I got into our hobby. And I don't know if you could look at my shots, but I try to get some inspiration from him. And I don't have the same vision as he does. But, what I love about him is that, he doesn't use too much Photoshop. Not all the time. He does sometimes, but he's all about posing. And that's what inspires me. Every time I look at his shots and his posing, and I know he gets like a lot of custom heads and things like that, but his posing is phenomenal. I mean, that Yamaguchi Black Panther is like a dope ass figure. I mean, the
yeah.
articulation on
Actually,
that thing is
Matt Chutoy was the first person to put me on to the amazing Yamaguchi stuff.
the Yamaguchi. Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, I mean, this is the perfect example of what we were talking about earlier on how you don't need a damn thing. All you need is some lighting and some posing.
Shout out to Matthew too, because he's on
Yeah.
my list too.
Matt's
Yeah,
always on everyone's list.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You just
But
made the list.
but I
Chris
mean, it
Miller.
just even the editing, like it's just very crisp, it's clear. He brings out the details, the contrast in Black Panther,
Yeah.
and that is such a Black Panther pose. Like
Yeah,
it's just
yeah. Oh yeah.
that's an iconic
The
pose. Like
stalking pose.
yeah, I love it. So I mean, that's one of my favorite. I have this. Yeah, like that's dope.
Yeah.
So
Merrick?
how you feel about it?
It, everything Brian said about it, bro. Like that pose, and then the fact that a Yamaguchi, I don't know the people watching if they've ever had one in hand, the way the shoulders rotate
Yeah,
just
yep.
to give him that hunched over look. It's so good. I have the Yamaguchi Wolverine, and yes,
Perfect for those
everything about
heroes. Perfect for
everything about
Wolverine,
that.
Spider-Man, Black Panther. Like it's just perfect for
Yep,
those heroes. You know what I mean?
yep, exactly. And like the fact that he can get such a deep cut in that crouch in the chest,
Yeah, right?
Look
like
at that shit, bro.
practically touching the floor, and you know that he can touch the floor. Just
Yeah.
gotta push it a little bit further. But
Like I'm
yeah,
trying to remember if I've seen that pose in one of the comics because I read Black Panther religiously, and I'm like, that is
I'm
like straight out
Yeah.
of the comics, bro. That
I'm
is straight
sure
out of
you've seen that pose in the comic. 100% that pose has
that
been there.
is
Yeah.
beautiful.
You know what? It wouldn't be far fetched to say this was probably taken from a cover because this
More than
Agreed.
looks
likely.
like an iconic
Agreed.
comic book cover of Black Panther, you know?
More than likely.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Matt,
Yo,
if
Mr.
I
Lee
know
needs
you're probably driving somewhere now because of the time, but if you guys know how many points of articulation are on Amazing Yamaguchi, because they do come with some joints that are not standard on Marvel Legends, Mezco, NECA, um, everyone else.
everyone. Uh, oh, who he
Oh
pulling out? He
shit!
about to count?
Merrick went to go on the
Merritt.
computer to find it out. Hurry up, Matt. Tell us.
It's a race.
One, two, three.
Oh, speaking of Yamaguchi, I don't know if y'all seen that Winter Soldier Yamaguchi that's pre-ordered? Bruh, too much to count.
Join us as we watch Merrick count his words.
Count all of it. Yo, he's really counting them.
Let's say
Give us
around
a
six.
rough.
Yo, Merrick, I heard you start to count. You were like A, B, C.
Yeah, for real though.
That's not what
Hey,
made.
let's say around 60, because a lot of these joints like are double jointed. Like,
Yeah, just
dude,
get rough
you
estimate.
gotta know
Rough
how high
estimate.
this
60,
man's
like
head
60.
can go, dog.
All right,
Like,
so yeah, all right, so that's a good starting point. Most of the figures that we buy, from Marvel Legends to NECA to Mezco, usually come with around 30. Yamaguchi
30,
is
yeah.
double.
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah,
So
easily
yeah,
double.
They killing it. And that Moon Knight that came out. Oh yeah, bro.
because in all honesty, the way this looks, you can be mistaking this for a static statue.
For real,
For
for
real.
real.
For real. But yeah,
And
that's
yeah.
Mr. Lee right there. That's my choice right there. Love that shot.
Who we going with next?
Who we going with next? We'll go in order. We're gonna go with
Barty?
yeah, no, we could do first strike figs. First strike figs with the Vex.
Yeah, Bart.
Yeah, Bart,
Bartholomew
yeah,
Vex.
yeah, Bart, Bart's
Barty
dope.
V, bro. You got to give him some slang.
Yeah, man, Barty
Yes,
V.
sir.
Yo, good job on that, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Again, I'm not a guy that's huge on Photoshop, personally for myself, but when people get it right, it is phenomenal, and he got it right. Like that
Yeah,
is beautiful. That is
yeah.
beautiful right there. That is a he need to commission that. That need to
Haha.
be printed, posted on somebody's wall, posted on my wall. Like that. That's pretty dope.
Nah,
So
I agree. Merrick, what do you think?
Dude, this embodies Bart Vex. Like everything about this, just the floating off the ground, the
Yep.
pose, with the hand up and hand down. Like this. When you think of this character, you kind of see this pose, or at least something similar to it.
similar to
Yeah.
that,
So
yeah.
it's great. I yes, yes.
I'll nerd out on this real quick. So the pose that
Love
he
it.
has Bartholomew Vex in is exactly the pose that you would want him in, and that you it looks very familiar because that is from Baphomet, who
Mm,
Bartholomew Vex is kind of modeled after. There's a demon
hmm.
called Baphomet, and in this photo specifically, he's doing what a lot of religion refers to as above, so below. So you kind of make the peace sign, but you put your thumb in where your ring finger is and your pinky finger, and you do the same thing. You put one up and you put one down,
Which
and
I
that
actually like
stands
that
for
movie.
as above, so below. And it's a great movie as well.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Um, and you know, so this is the perfect pose for him to represent Baphomet. And your boy Go might be coming out with something called Baphomet's Bin, which is an accessory pack. But anyway,
That's fire.
so I love the fact that he's got the piece on his head coming out as well. The extras that he put into the body of the figure, besides like maybe light painting. In all honesty,
Hmm.
this underneath him might be light paint because if you take a really good look, you see the waves in this
No, it
light.
is. It is. You got it on point. It definitely is.
Yeah, so
You hit
that's
that on it, yeah.
it's beautiful, man. Everything he did about this makes this character, what he should be and what he does, you know. So awesome pick, man.
Yeah. Love that. Who else we got? Who else we got? Matt. We're gonna go with Matt. So that Yamaguchi again. I'm just in love with the Yamaguchis, but
Yeah,
this kind of represents like kind of. I mean, again, it does have the Photoshop in it, but back to what we were talking about before, the posing, the lighting is everything,
yeah,
and for me, this is a perfect Superman um, action pose. Even the red lighting from his beams,
yeah,
you know,
yep,
he got that lighting so on point, and I try to be big on that, and it's just that is a phenomenal image. Your focus is just on Superman as it should be, and you could see every detail, every muscle. The contrast is phenomenal. So whatever slight edits that he did do, it's phenomenal. So yeah, that's
yeah.
Matt did great with that one. Shout out for
Yeah,
him for that.
yeah. Merrick.
So the one thing I notice about this figure, he has the same body that Wolverine does. Now, something you'll notice about this body, it doesn't have those shoulder cuts that this Superman. Let me
Mm.
tell you, that joint is the bane of any Yamaguchi owner's existence. Because to get that to pose and look natural is so annoying because it affects the pose of the neck.
And that is
Mm.
such a natural pose for Super. That is
And
perfect.
with
Yeah,
that
that's
said,
iconic right
and with
there.
that said, Matt aced it with this figure.
Like
Yeah,
Like
who doesn't love an
this,
angry Superman? You know what I'm
I
saying?
know, right?
That
Yeah,
shit look crazy.
this pose really, to me, embodies like the injustice Superman. That
Yes,
angry,
yeah,
I'm coming for
yeah.
you. I want
yes,
Good
control
pick.
Superman.
yes, yes.
Bravo, bravo. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you hit
So
that right on the
Matt,
nose with injustice. That's crazy.
Matt,
I didn't even think about that.
me neither, but the vibe is 110% there. So Matt says that he picked this up last year. He did some kit bashing. He's got the Mezco head on there, a third body cape, and red trunks from a McFarlane Superman. So it's definitely harping back to what Merrick was saying. Matt probably eliminated all those difficulties in all honesty.
Yeah, to get
If
that shot.
you
Yeah,
haven't seen what Matt does, Matt can now and has been doing it for quite some time now is he's become a figure doctor, and he's
okay.
improved on figures. Like I think recently he just gave one of the Spider-Man's toe articulation, you know and it came out beautiful. And I love the fact that there's no need for anything in the background of this.
Not at all.
And it just looks amazing. The light popping off of those eyes, the fact that he's got anger in his face, because you could have went in a really weird direction with a Superman that has the beams coming out of his eyes.
With
But the
just like a
fact,
straight face.
yeah, you can't, a lot of people do it, but here you have the anger,
Expression.
and
Yeah, definitely.
like you guys kind of, it sucks going last because you guys already said it all. But yeah, I agree with everything. And yeah, hopefully, Matt keeps doing his thing with what he does, man, because it's inspiring. If you're not
Yeah.
following him, go
Oh yeah,
follow him.
definitely. Yeah, I've been following for a
And
while, but
yeah, having no Matt now for I think almost 2 years personally, he is very approachable and will, give you some advice if he has the time. So just keep that in
yeah.
mind. He's an approachable guy, but catch, don't
Uh,
keep asking him and asking him and asking him, you know.
but yeah, these are the images that like inspire me. This is the kind of look that I try to go for, and
And this was a
yeah.
part of a collab. Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, yeah, I can see why you picked it, Brand. It's the epitome of Superman in my
Mm-hmm.
belief.
Mm-hmm.
Merrick, anything else? Brand, you want to add anything else before we move on to the next pick?
Ah, we go. We all said it. we,
Yeah, right.
we all
See,
said it.
that's the problem with a good photo too. You get stuck on it. Thanks, Matt.
Who else did we have? We had Toy Cat with the Black Widow.
Yeah, couldn't wait to get to this
So
one.
that, I'm sure you see everyone talk about that Marvel Legends figure. I know Merrick, you're not a Marvel Legends collector or anything, but
No,
that
yeah, figure.
that I have it and it's still in the box. I haven't opened it yet. But and I will actually, no, I'm lying. I did. I opened it this morning. I'm lying. I opened it this morning. The articulation on that figure for the female buck in Marvel Legends, that is the top tier buck. Like every female buck for any hero, any villain, it should be modeled after this. Like it is phenomenal. Like but I love the pose. It's a very, very Black Widow pose. Again, it's simple. It's not a lot going on. Yeah, there might be some Photoshop in there, but if you pay attention to the lighting, the atmosphere spray that they use in the back, the
Mm-hmm.
posing, like it's just so simple. The focus is the subject, which I love. And again, the lighting. Look at the red rays on her leg, and it just all ties it in. And again, that's a very Black Widow pose, and I just love it.
Mm.
It's very stoic, um, very strong. She's like, yo, I'm in here, you know. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. I just love it. It's the posing again for me and lighting that inspires me. So, and if you've noticed, every photo that I've pretty much chosen are kind of similar. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
like this one has that red from like Matt's photo,
yeah,
like
yeah,
bouncing perfectly.
yeah. I'm
Merritt?
telling you that'll make or break a photo, Like,
Exactly. It's like you were saying about Matt's photo. You don't even need a background. You don't need a dial. My
Yep.
man has a blackboard, some good smoke, and rocks scattered. It's
Yeah.
simple, it's basic, but you get the gist. You get the photo. There's mood there. It's a good shot.
and don't get me wrong, I love my dials, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if it's just me coming from, the photography stuff that I do outside of the toys and how I look at that. But um, the it's the subject for me, and the posing and the lighting is everything. That'll really make or break a photo if it's not on point. So yeah, that's my two
Like
cents.
one more thing I will add: flat foot. This is great. The feet are planted. The figure doesn't
Yeah.
look like it's
hmm
floating.
hmm
Yeah, I
Like
agree with that.
I love that.
Even the little head tilt, even the way they have the hair over the shoulder, kind of like flowing, like
Hmm.
it looks natural. It doesn't look like you're posing a toy. And that's what I
Right.
love about great posing is when you can make it look natural. Um, anything? What you think, Miguel?
It's solid. It really is. I like the fact that he took the time to kind of show the progress of the photo, you know? It goes all the way back to just, no smoke, no nothing. The- Technically, I guess you would say the raw version of it. And you
hmm
go through the timeline and you
The
see
whole editing
just,
process.
yeah, what you can do differently without anything, with some smoke and a good pose, man. That's it. You have you guys said it. You got a little bit of some asphalt and whatnot, but you don't need anything. And I'm curious, where the hell is this gun from? Because this ain't no Marvel
Yeah.
Legends gun. That shit is
Nah, that ain't. Yeah, that's not her gun. Cause I looked at it. She come with accessories, but it ain't that.
yeah, it ain't that.
It's not that.
That's for
It is
sure.
definitely not that. It's definitely not that.
It is definitely not.
Is it maybe the V Toys gun box?
Maybe I don't know, but
Maybe
it's
could
tight.
be.
It really is. It really is a tight gun. All right, ready to go to the next.
Think it's the last, right? Last
Mm.
It might
one.
be. Yeah, yeah, it is. Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
G Prom. G Prom did that one.
G Prime.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, what I love about this, there was a moment in my life where I shot a lot of monochrome, like just a lot of black and white images, and I still
Mm-hmm.
love it. There's something, black and white tells a story. It's very deep, and it's the turtles, man. Who doesn't love the turtle? You know what I'm saying?
I
And
know, right?
the atmosphere spray, the smoke back there, the buildings, the just the whole team together, the posing, it gives you that old classic TMNT comic book style, by Eastman. Like I
Yeah,
love that.
it
Like he
definitely
did,
looks like from the comic book.
yeah. So, and I'm big on my comics, man. Like I read my
Right,
comics,
right.
so that's very visually pleasing for me. But yeah, it's my thing. What you think, Merrick?
What I love is that this is vintage Mirage.
Yeah,
Notice
it definitely
how
is.
none of the turtles have any of the letters on their
Art.
belt or anything like that. They're elongated, big feet. Like this is straight out the comic books. Using the black and white, using that NECA dial for the walls, it really breeds the figures, breeds the comic. You feel like this is something from the Turtles.
Yep.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It definitely brings me back to the manga style version of the comic book, the black and white comic book.
Yeah.
You know, it looks great. I love the fact that he did touch up these eyes, because your eye doesn't immediately go to the middle, your eye moves, you know,
Mm,
and
And I've
it's
seen
not.
people really mess that up too, like with glowing
Yeah,
eyes. Like sometimes that
yeah,
could really break a photo, but it was
absolutely.
tastefully done. It was tastefully done with this one.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. And this is what kind of like what I kind of strive for in my photos, where I spend so much time on doing a dio and then designing and printing and painting a prop. I like to have a full scene, even though let's not get it twisted, it's action figure photography, it's not diorama figure photography. But this G Prime, you did it. You got it all wrapped in one photo, man, and that's a beautiful thing.
Not easy to do.
And that's my last photo, right? So I gotta
Yeah.
come
All
up
right.
with
We're gonna come up with one word when you look at the photo, one word to describe it.
who's starting off? I'm starting off.
Oh, you gotta.
Yeah, jump
Nostalgic.
pick, bro.
Nostalgic.
Nostalgic. Merrick?
Turtles.
I like turtles.
Turtles. Yeah, this
I'm gonna
dude.
go with and part of my pronunciation, I may be wrong. I don't know. I'm gonna go with
Fuck
Nore.
it.
And what?
Noir. Noir.
Noir.
Nore,
Is it no? I think it's noir, right? That
Noir.
whole black
Yeah,
Ega,
one. Noir. Noir.
Nore,
Yeah.
Ega. Now we on the
Noriega.
Yo,
run.
no,
Now we
he
on the
said
run, Egan.
Noriega. Yo, he said Noriega.
Now we on the run, Egan. So that was Friday 15, man.
Yeah, man.
Thank you guys a ton for making these selections, and you definitely put me on to some people that I wasn't following previously, and now I am following and have an appreciation for their photography.